Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about our genre study of the week, and that is the genre of a biography. As you remember, last week we learned that good readers ask questions as they read. They always question themselves about what they're reading. And that is so that we can have a better understanding of a text when we understand the importance of finding the main idea and the details of what we're reading. And this week, as we read biographies, we're going to use those strategies. They're still going to be very important. So I want you to look at the poster that I have on the display here. It says, "What is a biography?" What do you know about a biography? Take a minute and think. Have you ever heard of that before? Do you know any examples of a biography? What is the purpose of biographies? Why would an author write a biography? We're going to answer this question after we talk today and through the week. How do you read a biography? Do you read it differently than as if you were reading a fiction book? Or do I look for different things? How do I read it? How do I know what to focus on? And who writes biographies? We know authors write them, but is there anybody special that would write a biography that maybe we don't know about? So those are the questions we're going to answer today as we talk and discuss. This chart shows the features of a biography. A biography is the story of someone's life. It tells the person's date and place of birth. Usually a biography starts with the beginning of someone's life. It also tells about the person's family, childhood, and important events in their growing up years. It also describes a person's personality and characteristics. What was that person like? Were they clever? Were they smart? Were they funny? Were they helpful? Did they do things for the community? Were they innovative and come up with good inventions? Were they wanting to make a difference? What kind of features does that person have as far as their personality goes? A biography also quotes the person or people who knew the person. So maybe a biography gives specific quotes that other people have said about that person, or maybe that person himself or herself has said. Actual things that they have said that maybe have become famous or well known. A biography also describes a person's impact on the world. What did they do to make them well known or famous? What did they have? What kind of impact did they have on the world? And how did they change the world to make it a better place? A biography also begins with some kind of strong hook, normally. That is to help the reader kind of become interested in what is being read, and it kind of lures them in and makes them want to read on. I've got some examples of some biographies here in the classroom that we may read this week, or you can read when you come back to school. Dear Dr. King, a biography about Dr. King, Dr. Martin Luther King. Here's one about George Washington, our first president of the United States. Here you'll find factual information about his life and what he did during his presidency. Helen Keller. She was very famous. She was both blind and deaf, and she did a lot for the community as she got older, and she learned a lot about how to communicate with her friends and her family and her teacher. Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was so instrumental in helping African Americans to freedom and to escape slavery. This book is in our classroom. You might want to enjoy it. And one more. This is about Amelia Earhart, who was very instrumental in flying and has some connections to Anderson, actually. And that's the end. I hope that you learned some things about biographies. We're going to be studying this genre this week. We're going to read some examples. And in EPIC, there are some assigned readings in your mailbox of biographies that you can read and listen to.